What's up? Welcome to the Daily Fight. We are live. Let me know if you are here. I know it's late in the day. This is late in the day for me. It is 4:30 on a Wednesday. It is Wake Your Warrior Wednesday. That is where my brain is at because I have been to 3 different dental appointments today. Anybody else out there? I want to talk to you guys today about just adapting over time. For the past 19 months, I'm exaggerating a little bit here, I've been toothless. So, as you know, I'm a speaker, I'm a writer, I'm a coach, I'm a podcast host of The Daily Fight. My name is Robin Tanner, and I have been toothless. I had 4 teeth removed about 19 months ago due to an infection. This infection had formed without getting into the nitty gritty. I get infections that hide. They kind of wall off inside of me and they hide. I'm the one that talks about those dark truths, those hidden struggles that we hide inside, that we mask. We power through, we muscle through, right? And we end up burned out, overwhelmed. We try to control situations, on and on. And real life story here of actually my body walling off with an abscess in my mouth through sinus infections and whatnot, that they had to pull 4 teeth due to this severe infection. And so over a period of 19 months, I went without these 4 teeth back here. And at first I'm mortified. And I want you to think about, I just want to share this journey with you. This really happened today. I thought like I'd be crying and I would be so happy just with joy today that I got this final tooth, which the support of my husband, is so much support from my husband on this one. And you can't even tell. You probably guys didn't even notice that I was missing teeth. And those that were with me through the gym and along, I am no longer toothless. Um, at first, when it happened, it was miserable. I was sick. I was in a lot of pain. You get your teeth pulled and you have to go through, you have to replace them? Are you going to get dental implants? Can you afford dental implants? They're extremely expensive when you're talking about four. Are you going to get dentures? Dentures are for old people. What? Wait, I speak for a living. Like this is vanity. This is your face. This is your smile. This is what you do. Like you don't want to smile anymore. You go through a lot of different emotions when you initially get hit with something like this. Not to mention you have to heal from it, and the process of this is quite lengthy. You go in, and anytime you're hit with something that is an unexpected circumstance in your life, it throws you for a loop. And being able to master your emotions and have what I call mental pacing, that you can actually endure with patience and resilience to get back up and to keep going and to have fresh perspective and to not catastrophize, which is something I used to do very, very well. To be able to do that and handle it with like, let me not like go into drama mode, let me not be a victim, let me not like throw this like completely out of whack. How am I going to handle this for an extended period of time? How am I not going to let it affect me and my energy? So for the past 19 months, I've had to adapt. And the process is you go in and you get the surgery and they remove the teeth, they clean out the infection, you take the medicine, you go back, months later, and then they start the process and then you let that heal up and then you go back months later and then they basically, open it back up. They open up, the area that they had closed up, that they had sealed off, to let it heal, and they open it back up. And so you got to let all of that out again. And so it kind of starts the process all over. And then you wait like another 3 or 4 months. It just depends on your body. It depends on the dentist. Um, and then you move on to the next tooth, and then you move on to the other side of the mouth, and it's just a process. And then of course a lot of things happen in between. I had 2 surgeries in between, and life happens in between because life is lifing. I heard that last night on our speaking event and I absolutely loved it. One of our speakers, Cassandra, said that, and I can't remember her last name, but I will get it and quote her. But Cassandra, she was awesome. She said life is lifing. It just keeps happening. And at first it was hard. You can't chew, you can't eat certain things. You're really frustrated, you're depressed about it, you're embarrassed to open your mouth. So this can happen when you're going through any type of, upheaval in your life, right? Anytime you're thrown for a loop, anytime that something comes at you and happens and it's unexpected, this can happen to you. So I just want you to kind of question yourself, because I am one of the question coaches, right? Like, I want you to question yourself, like, how is your mental pacing? Are you able to like stand back up with your sword? Like God like gets you back up and hands you your sword again and again. I say this like quite a lot. Like, get back up and start fighting again. Get back up and start fighting again. But how's your pacing? How can you handle that? How can you adapt? How can you be more flexible? How can you have, yep, all the kids are home today because I am late in the game, but I am here and showing up. Um, how can you adapt where the old you would catastrophize or go into victim mode or settle and suffer in it? How can you take a step back, zoom out, right? And keep going and keep pace so you don't burn out, so you don't overwhelm, so you don't shut down, so that you can handle the situation, whatever it might be. Like, and I know this might seem silly, like it's my teeth and it's in the back and like nobody really knew, but I knew. And when you know something is going on, again, beneath the surface, hidden struggles, dark truths, these are your inner challenges, your inner struggles. These are the things that when you look okay on the outside, nobody knows what you're struggling with on the inside, but you know. And your energy knows, and how you show up knows, and that goes out into the rest of the world. So think about that. And then the other side is, how can you master those emotions? How can you master like being able to, and maybe this is the lesson, right? Maybe it was teaching me the patience. Maybe it was teaching me how to adapt and learn how to chew on one side, or how to, maybe I don't get to eat the chips and salsa for a year, or eat, certain foods or whatever. I mean, I know it sounds silly, but maybe it was like a look at my, my vanity or my aesthetics. Maybe it was setting me up for my speaking career for the year to go ahead, right? I've got a lot of speaking engagements coming up at the end of this year. God knows what he's doing. He's putting all the pieces together. But the point being is, you can learn to adapt to anything. Now I've got the tooth in, and it feels funny. It doesn't like, it feels good. It feels right, but it still feels funny. I have to learn how to use the tooth again because I haven't had it for 19 months. I got these like a few months ago. I got over here first, and then I got this one a few months ago. So it's kind of been like a process. So I've been able to gradually, but this final one, we were having some issues with it. So now it's like all the pieces are put together, and I thought that I would have this moment, and I would hug the dentist, and I would be so excited, and I would cry with joy, and none of those things happened. So a lot of the times too, when you get to your outcome and you get there, like it isn't what you thought it was going to be, because you've already adapted. And you've already become what you've needed to become in the journey, because you've already learned the lesson. You've already learned how to be patient. You've already learned how to be flexible. You've already learned how to zoom out and get a new perspective. You've already learned how to just deal with it. You've already learned how to accept it. So, if there's anything going on in your life today that other people don't know about, that you're keeping inside, that is a struggle for you, that's a challenge for you, or maybe it's a new circumstance or a situation, or maybe it's a job that you're, a new role that you're in, a new project that you're taking on, or a new client that you have, or you just started a new business, whatever. Maybe it's a new relationship and you're dating somebody new, or you're just coming out of one, like whatever it might be. And it feels a little awkward. And it feels a little funny. Like, just zoom out a little bit and see how you can adapt to it. See your mental pacing. See how where you can slow down. See where you can, just kind of ease into the situation a little bit. Find some humor in it. I eventually had to start making fun of myself. And I know like self-deprecating behavior isn't exactly like what we're supposed to do, but in this instance for me, it worked, because at first it was, I was embarrassed. I didn't want to smile. And um, being a speaker and being a talker, and I don't think of myself as like a funny person, but when I am trying to motivate people and encourage people or lift people up, and I know I'm like, I come at you guys most of the time as a tough love, a very like hard ass type of a coach, but on the inside, I'm a big tough love and care bear, like, like a tender love and care bear. Um, and so it was hard for me. So making light of the situation, finding fun in it, and calling myself toothless on workouts. Like, I'm still toothless another month, another 6 weeks. Like, we went through another part of the process, another part of the healing stage. And I just learned to grow and adapt along the way in the journey. So make sure that as you're baby, just come on down the stairs. You're already halfway down the stairs. It's okay. It's live. Just wave and say hi. I'm so adapt, perspective, zoom out. But mental pacing is huge on this, like your emotional like flexibility, right? Like just being able to be flexible, like being able to dial up who you are in situations. It doesn't mean change who you are, but being able to adapt, being able to be flexible, being able to lighten the situation a little bit, being able to learn. But then also when you get put back into the situation, right? There's also a fine line, and I'll leave on this one. When you get put back in this, don't get too comfortable there. Don't don't get too comfortable, because oftentimes, like, you stay there, you get used to it, and you think that that's okay. You think that it's okay to just do just enough to get by, that it's, well, here we are and we're not going to make it any better. This always happens to me, or the black cloud over your head, or here we go again. I could easily be like, here it is, another infection. Here we go. They didn't get it right. Or and you could be the complainer and you could be the victim and you could, right? Like you could continue to be that person. So don't go to that edge, right? So mental pacing, emotional flexibility, zoom out a little bit, make light of the situation, and those hidden struggles, those inner challenges that you have. Know that the more that you try to contain that energy inside, the more that you try to keep that resistance on the inside, the more, right here, the more tension that you're going to have, and that's going to come out, and you don't want that to come out. That's going to end up like that little ball, that little abscess, that it's just going to bubble up inside of you, and then it's going to go turbo, and we don't want to do that. So, all right, that's what I got for you today. I am late, but I am here, and I wanted to hold integrity with the daily fight with myself, because this is part of the journey of what we do. Tomorrow, I'm going to be speaking with Clustine, the Purpose Coach. There is still time to sign up for the Grow From Within Summit.com, so you can go there and check it out. And make sure that you get on my list. Follow me, like this, share this, all of the good things coming. My new program, The Rise, is going to be kicking off September 10th. And I think that's all I got. It is Wake Your Warrior Wednesday. So today is the day. It is not too late. I know it is like 5 o'clock in the evening. My brain is dead for the night. I'm going to go listen to the rest of these ladies this evening speak, and I'm going to absorb as much information and nuggets as I can. But there's still time in the day for you to do something that you're proud of, to hold integrity with yourself. If there's something that you haven't done yet today, that I could have easily not done this today. I could have easily been like, today was the day I had to take 2 kids to the dentist, to the orthodontist. I had to pick them up, take them back to school, check them in, check them out. I had to be a mom. I had to take myself and get my tooth. After 19 months, I should be celebrating that I'm not toothless anymore. Yet somehow it really doesn't matter. I don't know when it's going to hit me. Blah, 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 blah. But there's still time in the day. You can keep making excuses, or you can have integrity with yourself. So if you haven't worked out yet, go work out. If you have another email to send that you said that you were going to go do it. If you were going to call somebody, go call somebody. If you were going to walk, go walk. If you were going to go to bed early, or you were going to write, or whatever the heck it was that you were going to do, go do it, get it done, and then spend the rest of the evening taking care of you. And I will see you tomorrow on Thursday. This is The Daily Fight. My name is Robin Tanner. Peace out.